Hey, welcome back, Year 9 students. Looking at questions 31 to 45 today. I've selected a few of them, as you'll see in ThinkWave. Now, I would like to try one of these questions here. I'll probably start with this one here, 31A. So what I'm first of all needing to do is probably just rearrange. So for A, I'm going to rearrange that first one, 2y equals x, and therefore y is equal to x over 2. That's my first one. Now I'm going to do the second equation. I'm going to rearrange that to 2y, and I'll pull that 3x across, so I'll get minus 3x plus 8. And then I'll get y is equal to negative 3 over 2 x plus 4. And so I've got two equations, and I'm going to sketch these equations. Now the first equation, I'm going to do this in red. You can see that there's no intercept, which means it must be intercepting at the origin, because there's no plus c here. And we know that x over 2, another way of writing that is 1/2 x, which means that the gradient is 1/2, which means every time we go across 2, we go up 1. Okay, and so I could just plot this graph just by doing that, and then doing the same backwards this way, and you'll see that I'll get a straight line like this. Okay, not particularly accurately because I am doing it without a ruler, but you get the general idea. Now for the second graph here, I'm going to use green. It crosses at 4, so that's my intercept, this bit here, the 4, and the negative gradient of 3 over 2 means that every time I go across 2, I go down 3. So I've got a point here. Well, there's the solution, isn't it? You can see it straight away. Every time I go across 2, I go down 3. Every time I go across 2, I go down 3. So this is my graph. It's looking something like this. Oh, goodness gracious me. Okay, my solution is here. So I'd write x equals, now how do I get my x values and my y values? Well, simply I look at the coordinates. So I've got a y value of 1 and an x value of 2. So x equals 2, y equals 1. And so that would be the solution to 31A. That's how you solve those ones. Now the second one here, we're looking at profit or loss. So if we sell it for more than we bought it for, we've got a profit. The gain, we lost money on it, so it's a loss. And the audiobook, we made money on it. Oh, whoops. So it is a profit. And then you've just got to work out what it is. So what we do to find a percentage profit is we got the profit, we pop it over the cost price, and then we times it by 100. So for the first one, it's got 24 cents divided by 30 cents times 100, and that's 80% profit. The gain is a loss of, and then we lost $4 there, didn't we? So 4 over 16, which is 25%, so it's a loss of 25%. Now with the audio book, we lost, again, this time $3, but 3 over 12 is also a 25% loss there. Okay, so that's those first couple of questions. Let's move on. I'm not going to do all of these. I'm just going to do one example, and you can apply it to the others. Okay, so I'm going to use this one here. We've got a simple interest rate of 4%. We want to know, and this is the important bit, how much will Ashton have in the bank? All right, so let's find out his interest. He's got principal of 600, P, times the rate, 4, times the time, 1, all over 100. Okay, so this is I equals PRT over 100, the formula we talked about in class. Now, when we do this, what does this give us? I think it gives us $24. But that is not the answer, because the answer requires you to say how much he will have in the bank. Now, he'll also have the $600. So in total, he'll have the $600 that he invested plus the $24 interest, because his money has had some children, and he'll have $624. There we go. So you need to, if you want to know, if you're using the simple interest formula and you want to know how much in total in the bank, you've got to add that interest to the original principal. Okay, let's move on. Number 7. We write down the equation of a straight line that's got a gradient of a gradient of 1/2 and it passes through the point 0,7. Okay, this is quite simply y is equal to 1/2 x plus 7. Now, why do I know that the intercept is 7? Well, because x is 0. Now, where is x 0? Where is x 0? Right here, all the way along this line here is where it's 0, all the way along that line. Okay, so that's our intercept. That's quite handy, that one. That looks like it's going to be tricky, but it's not. Number 39, what is the name of a cuboid with all edges the same? I'm assuming they're talking about with all edges the same. I presume they mean the same length, maybe a cube, right? Okay, so we've got some dimensions of some cuboids, and we've got to work out the volume here. So this is 1 centimeter squared, cubed, sorry, 1 times 1 times 1. This one is 1,000 millimeters cubed. Now, what do you notice? That's equal to this, that's equal to this, that's equal to this. So, that can help you. You can now say 1 centimeter cubed is equal to 1,000 millimeters cubed. Well, there should be a cube there, right? Okay, moving on. We've got this tank which originally held 400 litres, but there's only 184 litres left, so we want to find the percentage loss. So find the loss, divide it by the original amount, and then times it by 100. Now, the loss is equal to the original 400, take away what you've currently got, then you're going to put that over the 400 at the beginning and times it by 100. Now, what does this give us? 400 take away 184 is 286. 216. We pop that over the 400, and then we times it by 100, which gives us 54% loss. Okay, now the next one, we've got to find the inverse. Now, again, I'm not going to do all of them. I'm just going to do this one for you, and you can check in with me if you're having trouble with these. So the first step is to go y is equal to, and I'm going to expand the bracket first. Okay, so I multiply the 7 by the x and the minus 3. Then I use the old wand, swap over the x and y as I've shown you. We want to get y by itself now. So I've got the 7y. I pull that 21 across to the x side, so I'm going to get x plus 21. Then I'm going to go y is equal to 1/7 x, or x over 7, because I'm dividing both terms by 7. The 21 divided by 7 is 3. And then the last step is to put it into function notation. So I'm going to put that, and I am there, I think. Let's see. Yeah, I think I'm there. Okay. Right, the last question of the day. At the Vatican, the interest rates are advertised as double room, blah, blah, blah. Mr. Allen states, well, there's a government room charge. Good old government. And a 5% service charge. Okay. Right, so for number 1, Mr. Allen, he's staying one night. Well, presumably he needs a single room because he's just by himself. And there's a 10%, so we're going to go 120. And then we're going to times it by 15%. 115%, because we added on to the total. So that would be 120 times 115%, which gives us $138. Now, you might be wondering, why can't I do 120 times 10% and then get that answer and times it by 5%? Well, because the 10% and the 5% are on the original price, okay? So you'd have to times them only by the original price, not by the price once you've raised it by a percentage government room charge or something, okay? So it's got to apply to the original amount. You could do it in 2 steps. You could do 120 times 10% plus 120 times 5%. And then add that on to the 120, but I think this is an easier method. Okay, B. So we've got Mr. and Mrs. Trotman. I assume they're going to have a double room. So it should be 150 per a night, and they stay for 3 nights, and the same charges apply. So it will be 115% again, and that should give us the amount. So 150 times 3, which is 450. Well, then we're going to times that by 115%, and that's giving me, what is it giving me? About $517.50 is what they will pay for that. Well, I hope that makes sense to you guys. Let me know if you have any problems. Take care.